Good morning, good morning. Welcome back, everyone. We are starting it up with a follow-up video on our favorite altcoin here. XRP is the ticker symbol, Ripple is the name. And as you know, we were looking for last week a weekly close above 261. I gave you guys certain rules and conditions that, hey, if we close above 261, we can look for upside continuation. But the fact that we close underneath it is a sequence of lower highs. This looks like a Quasimodo head and shoulder, ugly, whatever you want to call it. And right here is technically a right shoulder possibility. And when this gets under 219 and it closes under that this week, if it does that, then you are more than likely going to play out the head and shoulder, and this thing is probably going to sweep all the way down to 169, which we've been saying for like 6 last weeks. For the last 6 weeks, as this thing has been going up, making you think it's going to the moon, the bearish divergence on volume tells me that, hey, this is a shorting opportunity, hence why you got a strong rejection here. We are still waiting for a major seller to step up, but if the people in the world start seeing weakness here, that major seller will probably do one of these impulses, these large impulses, from this level here, which is 245, all the way down here to 169, 170. So just be aware of that moving forward. Now I'm going to turn on all the drawings and doodles we did last time. Before I get that going, guys, please, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell button for notifications so you get them as they drop. If there are any other questions or concerns, leave it in the comment section below. If you're interested in trading with me live, feel free to join the Discord server. Link to the server is in the description of this video below, alongside all the other affiliate services that I use and recommend that helps this channel grow. So thank you guys so much. And let's get back into it. So here on the weekly, you can see last week is a doji close. This week we already tested into the top and rejected and sold off, and now we are engulfing last week's doji with a bearish engulfing weekly candle. So more than likely downside is possible, and that is for the rest of the week, so be aware of that. Now today's May 21st. The month closes in about 9 days. The monthly candle does not look bad. It looks good and it looks healthy, but one more time, bearish divergence on volume, and this monthly could be the last gasp month, because while these 2 months did was test into the last month's bearish engulfing and the doji engulfing, this shit looks weak as hell to me. Very similar to this, a drop down, retest into support, resistance, and then a harder rejection. Drop down, retest into resistance, and I'm looking for a harsh rejection down into the EMA around 170 to 140. Okay, and if it goes lower than that, then that it is that. We'll deal with it when it comes to that, but just be aware that those are possibilities, okay, moving forward. Now we still have 10 more days for the month close, so you have a little bit of hope, but it is what it is. I hope that helps. Here it is on the weekly one more time. Bearish divergence. This week is your week to see if we can break up. Even if this week you can't break up and you close above 220, you still have a chance the next week to get a bullish engulf and just go to the sky. It all depends on this week closing above 220, which is in 4 days, okay? Now on the daily's got a little bit more juice for you, okay? A little bit more hope. Here are the drawings and doodles. This is what we were looking at. We were already looking at this compressing bull flag. We were already looking for this to be a potential rejection area. We are trying to see, is it going to be the potential rejection area, and that daily right now is holding it above 235. Now if we get a daily close underneath $2.30 today, that will kind of give you the next nudge saying that, hey, we are looking for downside. If we close the daily above 235, I will say you have to be patient for the weekly close. Okay, today is Wednesday, midweek reversal. If today we do not save assets from falling to the downside, then it is what it is. And the reason why I wanted to show you this, now I know you see this, right? The head and shoulder. Delete that. I'm going to show you something else. Delete this. Hopes and dreams of it going lower. We don't need it to go lower. It's just a possibility, and we are ready for that possibility. Now, everyone, including myself, is looking at it as the head and shoulder, right? Like this, head and shoulder, which makes sense, guys, which makes sense. I showed you on volume, the bearish divergence on volume. We are testing into the previous candles. There is nothing of strength right now. It's all just retests, okay? That's one way of looking at it. Another way of looking at it is this, okay? Because if it was going to make the measured move, it should have done it by now, right? And look what you're doing. You're stair stepping here, right? You're stair stepping up here. And this right here is a bull flag right on the previous. I'm going to change the color here so you guys don't associate that red. Now you can see that this right here, from right here, oops, is an inverse head and shoulder, right? Here's your neckline, here's your shoulder. You basically already did the inverse head and shoulder. Measured move of the inverse head and shoulder is right here. So you basically are looking for this last leg to come into this level and then use it for extension. Is this gonna happen? Is what I've been saying. And all of this, we've already established the rules. How funny is that? Here it is. Come here, stupid. Oh my goodness. All right. So we've already established the rules on this, and it says weekly close under 261 risks a retest of the 220 to 166 area again with a low of 115 support in mind. So that's what we're waiting for. Are we going to close above 261 on the week or not? We're at 235. If we close underneath 261 this week, the 220 to 166 area again as test. 220, right? We're at 235 right now. How close is 220? It's right under us. So be aware of that, okay? Once the weekly closes above 350, we will start to break out one-to-one move with 529, 580, and 659 as targets. Right? So everything has already been like foretold. We're just sitting and waiting for a price action to take the path that it wants so that way we can move accordingly. I'll leave everything here. That's basically all I have for Ripple on the lower time frames. If you turn off all the doodles and everything, you can see that this retail trend line here is supporting us. The second you lose this 220 level, you're gonna have an impulse straight down to like 140. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's technical analysis. This is how it works. It's not the fact that this is Ripple or any bullshit like that. This happens on all assets. The same fractal, same consolidation, same method, same accumulation method, same distribution method. It's the exact same shit on all assets. Hence why when you learn how to trade, you can trade anything. Okay? If you learn how to trade crypto, you can trade stocks like a god. Crypto is the hard part. Stocks, they only go up. Crypto can go to zero. So that's what I have to say for you guys today. Monthly it looks good, but if you do one of these doji closes, the month after that you can start really causing some pain. And Ripple has been known for impulse up, death down, impulse up, death down, impulse up. Are we gonna get death down? I don't know. Only difference this time is that we have a Ripple ETF in the works, and like there's no SEC case now, so all the uncertainty is mainly over. It's just, does Ripple have a use case in the world moving forward? What are we using Ripple for? Who's using it? And how is Ripple returning value to the holders? That's all that matters. Now, I know a lot of people thought like it could be used as a stable coin and this and that and whatnot. There are a lot of stablecoin proposals out there globally. So we have to decide on one stablecoin if we're going to do it, or at least have a use case per stablecoin. So all the stablecoins are not just like being created and basically useless. The good thing is, all these coins are going to be basically backed by Bitcoin in one way or shape or form. So if you want to have exposure to these markets, I guess just have some Bitcoin. because they have to peg these stable coins to some kind of value, and the value is based off of certain assets. So yeah, that's how an index works, right? So similar stuff, similar stuff. All right, guys. Well, I mean, that's all I have for you guys today on Ripple. If you guys have any questions or concerns, hit me up. And if you are looking for to let me know what's the next asset you want to go over, let me know and I'll do that. Oh, look, CME will launch XRP futures on May 19th. That already happened 2 days ago. Interesting. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, you guys should read this. This is a very interesting that's a very interesting article. Dang, I can't even find it. Anyway. Alright guys, that's all I have for you guys. Have a great day. Talk to you soon. Be safe. Trade carefully.